Hello, GDQ! Hello, audience! Woo! Yes, my name is NickRPGreen. I am from the UK. I love chocolate milk, and I have brought two of my fellow MGSR members along with me for commentary. I'll let them introduce themselves.
Hi, my name is metalglennsolid. I used to run this game a while ago, and the changes that are in here are drastic, but not too strange to me. This is going to be a fun run.
Hello, I'm Vermillion. I run other MGS games. I used to run Tin Twix a little bit, but I've been following pretty closely with a lot of the different skips and everything, so this will be really cool.
All right, let's get this on the way. Whilst this is a normal speedrun, I'm actually playing the Japanese copy of the game, just because it's cheaper to get a Japanese copy than an English copy of Twin Snakes these days. And the Japanese had different difficulty names, so it is a normal run, but I'll be playing on the Japanese hard, which is the same as the English normal. Radar type off, and we will get this thing started. Counts down, audience. 3, 2, 1, go!
Woo! Let's go.
Good luck, Nick.
Alrighty, so this is the remake of Metal Gear Solid 1 that we've all been waiting for, right?
Woo! Yeah.
Exclusively on the Nintendo GameCube of all consoles. It's a bit of a weird sort of jump back in time, but this is it. And don't blink, because our very first glitch is coming up very, very quickly. I'll let the couch explain what's going on.
All right, so this is going to be the new Prozac skip. So right now, Nick is going to be using all of his ammo to get a magazine. And you're probably wondering why he needs a magazine. It's because Snake has this weird throwing animation in this game. It allows him to clip through the door slightly. And by clipping through this elevator door, we go and we're through the elevator.
And that's it. We have skipped the elevator. We do not have to wait around for, it's about 1 minute and 10 seconds that saves. So the Prozac skip was originally found by an MGS2 runner called Chewable Prozac, and he found it in Metal Gear Solid 2. Metal Gear Solid: The Twin Snakes is a remake of MGS1 in the MGS2 engine. So a lot of tricks and skips that work in Metal Gear Solid 2 also work in the Twin Snakes. So it was found to skip the engine room and the tanker of Metal Gear Solid 2, for anyone who knows Sons of Liberty. And as soon as it was found in MGS2, loads of runners jumped into Twin Snakes to see if we could replicate it, and didn't have much luck at first until a couple of runners, Suave Beardson and Renflower, decided to, that's a little bit of an awkward one, but I think I can, come on, Snake, get in. There we go.
There we go.
Right.
There we go. Yes, Suave Beardson and Renflower did some more testing with it, and rather than trying to skip through doors, they tried to skip into these little cutscenes. So the first one that we had there with the elevator, thanks to Suave Beardson, and the first one that was found by Renflower, we're going to be seeing in just a couple of minutes. It's not quite as big a time save, but it's still just as impressive, and that's what really started the search for them.
Yeah, that skip is actually gigantic for the beginning of the game, because that elevator takes a while, and before runners would just have to wait for about 2 minutes. And now with that new skip, we're just able to just get through that.
I used to have time to complete a Rubik's Cube waiting for that elevator to come down.
It's really interesting, because typically the tricks that are found in both this and MGS2, normally they don't usually translate into each other, but Prozac skip is the biggest one.
Ooh, fast elevator.
Ooh, perfect.
Yeah,
we
nice.
love fast elevator RNG here.
So if you guys are wondering why Nick is switching weapons when he's crawling, it's because the switching weapon animation makes him crawl like about 10% faster, I would say. It's a pretty noticeable difference when you see it. He's not doing it for no reason, by the way. It's not just support or anything.
Yeah, we like to abuse the animation resets that are present when you do that. So we're going to do it again up here in the vent.
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the sound effect of Snake changing weapons, because you're going to hear it a lot in this run.
Oh, yeah.
Don't worry, this is the last really long vent, and we're going to avoid more vent gameplay for a while.
Yeah, so we got a cutscene, Snake sees Meryl, and then guess what? We got more clicking.
Click, 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 click.
All right, so
So we're going to have the second use of the Prozac skip here to get out of the Derby Chief's cell room door quicker. So rather than waiting for Merrill to knock Johnny out, come over and open the door, we're just going to do it, get out quickly ourselves. Just like that.
Perfectly
Boom,
done, yeah. That is a very tricky one as well. Like,
yeah,
it's a lot different
That
than
one
the
is a
other
lot trickier than the very first one in the docks. The docks one is essentially free, but that second one, on the other hand, for whatever reason, requires just a little more finesse.
Yeah, so this is our guard rush. Nick gonna grab the ammo. Gonna be mainly shooting these guards in the hallway as they're coming in. Faster, able to stop them because they come in waves of 3.
Yeah,
Make
so
sure this ends fast
the
as
developers
possible.
of this game really wanted to stay true to the level design of this game while also implementing the gameplay mechanics of MGS2. And unfortunately for the level design, one of those was first-person shooting. So you could do wacky things like this, and they'll never enter the room if your timing is good.
Yep.
Oop. Boom.
It's like you can miss some shots here and there, but like they're still like, you know, they're like, it's like shooting fish in a barrel. They're just gonna come to you and then.
Yeah, there's only a few waves of guards, and
Yep.
you should have plenty of ammo.
2 more.
There they are.
And there we go.
Perfect.
And I'm so ashamed of myself, I'm going to hide in the bathroom.
It's a very well done guard rush. It can become annoying if you miss a few shots in the beginning because that's where the shots matter the most.
Yeah,
If
because
you're-
they're already in the room taking
Yeah.
shots at you, so you're like, okay, you just gotta remember, focus, breathe, and take your time.
Yeah, and luckily Meryl was able to help us out a little bit. Killed one of the guards, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of specific movement and positioning in that fight. Moving down to the south side of the room gives Meryl more of a chance to take out some of the guards for you. As Vermillion said, it's really helpful. Right, in this room, we're going to learn all about hitboxes and how Snake's hitbox is smaller than a wall. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to equip this C4. I'm going to plant the C4 here and blow up this wall without hitting Snake. Oh, there we go. Without hitting Snake. For some reason, the wall's hitbox is slightly bigger than Snake's. We'll see it again here. I'm going to place one here and...
Oh. Yeah, that's
Okay, maybe not. This one I am going to deliberately blast myself into because it pushes into this cutscene a bit quicker.
And we're about to the hardest boss in video game history, guys.
This is Revolver Ocelot. You know, he is the big bad of the entire series. I'm going to put Irrational Justice to be on the safe side. You know, he is absolutely feared across the entire Metal Gear series. Shalashaska. He's already.
And that's the boss
are
fight,
you,
yeah.
are
That was
the
you
boss fight.
sure he's a fierce gun shooter or what?
Coming up next, we're going to have to call Meryl and Meryl's number. Meryl's code. It's on the back of the box.
You got the
What did I do with the
Vermillion?
box?
Hold on,
got
I
the
think I've
box.
got something for this. Serial 15, Nintendo GameCube. No, here it is, right here on the back. 140.15.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, let's go.
All right.
Oh, no, not that. 140.15. Oh, T-Tree. Lovely, thank
T-Tree
you.
with the carrot. Can we get some cheers for a T-Tree?
You just saved the run here.
Absolutely saved the run. Now we take this call down here with Ocelot, specifically now. You could take it a little bit later, but we actually want to get set up for what is one of the riskiest strats of the game. It's called the laser roll. So as we come into the tank hangar, we're going to try and get into the canyon where we're going to have our next boss fight. And there is a laser corridor, and we want to have Meryl open the door straight away, which is why we make the call with her there. So I'm going to answer a call from her as soon as we see that we're loading into the tank hangar, like this. And then I have very specific movement to get through this corridor without triggering any of the lasers. I'm going to play it safe and shoot the third one. Yes, I did shoot that one.
Yep.
Thank you.
Oh, my goodness. That is a very stressful section. Can we clap for that section, guys? if Nick were to mess up a little bit, he would get stuck inside that room with poison gas, and it would be like a few minutes lost right there. So.
It's a slow and painful game over if you're doing the run.
It is.
And now we're on to another pretty interesting boss, the tank in this game. Very, very weird. So right now he's gonna throw a trap grenade to not get hit by the tank's, rocket. So Nick is gonna run to the specific spot next to this pillar. Gonna headshot this gunner right here. Wait for him to pop out again. Headshot him. And headshot him again. Run over. Throw another trap grenade to stop the gun again. Run to the specific position.
See how you like this?
And getting the headshot, which is perfect. Gonna run to the front of the tank to get another headshot on the second gunner, and one more shot will end the fight.
Perfect.
Beautifully done.
Clean.
Shout outs to Robin from Teen Titans. That was the voice of that guard.
All right, so another really cool use of the switch swapping weapons glitch. Nick is gonna do it as he is leaning against this wall, and he's able to get through a wall.
And it's very important that he doesn't get shot in this room because since these guards have shotguns, Snake will fall down and the game will think he's in a prone position, and that will trigger a codec call that says, "Hey, Snake, you can't use weapons on this floor."
Fast elevator again. Nice.
Perfect.
This elevator luck, though, all right?
We're having good RNG so far.
They're climbing for elevator luck, guys. Let's go.
Cannot complain.
It takes about a second, but we're always happy as runners when we get that free second.
Just a brief detour here through basement 1 to grab some stuns, and then we're going to grab the Nikita missile launcher so that we can go down into basement 2 and destroy an electrical panel so that we can continue on to our next boss fight, which is a nice fisticuffs fight with the cyborg ninja.
Yeah, really, really cool fight for sure. But we got to get past this Nikita part, which is not too scary. You have a lot of HP here, and turns aren't so mean on the normal. We're gonna answer the codec, and then immediately gonna go into the Nikita section. Oh, whoa.
You good there, Nick? Did you have a little too much caffeine?
I believe that is the only use of the right analog stick in the entire game.
The C stick?
Let's just go.
Yeah, I think when you're up against a wall, you can use it too to look around, but
Really?
Oh, maybe.
It's pretty cool.
we're speedrunners. Why would we need it?
We have one objective, and we just focus on going fast.
That's right.
That does not make us go fast.
We don't need the mechanic. It's fine. Yeah, the turrets are nothing.
All right. So one more roll into this next cutscene, and we're gonna get into the Cyborg Ninja, which is a very, very cool fight. So Nick's objective in this fight is he's gonna try and stay in phase 1 for the majority of the fight, because going to phase 2 and phase 3 kind of makes it a little slow. He's got to talk to you and stuff like that. What he's gonna start doing is every time he's gonna finish a combo with the Nikita, switching to the Nikita and kicking will actually make you do more damage. Because the Nikita's melee attack is very, very strong. But he's gonna also cancel the second part of this loop with a gunshot from SOCOM. And that will keep him in this phase forever. But the only problem is he's gotta end the fight in phase 2. You can't end the fight in phase 1.
Yep, you can deplete all his health, but if you keep doing this fight will never end. And that is not what we want, but it's very nice though. We used to just do this with Nikita missiles.
Oh, get away from the chair.
He is just, he likes that chair today, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Sometimes can be a little finicky, but this fight looks
so
really,
that's
really good. Yep.
So phase 1 is over, and we're just gonna finish him off with a quick roll, I believe.
Yeah, one roll, and that will be the end of the fight.
It's just any damage, really. So you could punch him, you can roll into him. We just like rolling into him because it's funny.
Yeah, he's basically dead already, by the way. Like, he's at 0 HP. We just need to tap him.
Yeah, we won't even look at phase 3.
And there we go. Let's go phase skips.
With that, we are now treated to the longest set of codecs and cutscenes in the game. Ateatree, I will hand it over to you for a couple of minutes.
My pleasure. We've got $50 from Shy Guy 32, who says, Psycho Mantis? Hey, you're that ninja. Glad to finally be donating from the audience. Caro with $25 to Doctors Without Borders saying, "Hi, Nick, it's Caro. I wanted to make sure and send a message during the run. Lovely to see you having a great time at Summer Games done, Nick. I'm proud of you getting over to the US after so long and absolutely smashing it. The Nick RP stream community sends its regards. You got this.
Oh, thank you,
Donation
Caro.
goes to the Otacon ending because I gotta save those frames. Sorry, Joe." And $50 from Jasper, who says, "Hi,
Hey.
Nick. Greetings from your friends over at the Pixel Perfect Events community. We wish you the best of luck on your run with loads of fun in the US, less than 3. Sadly, I couldn't join you in the US, but I'll be cheering all the same from home. Thank you so much, everyone."
Oh, thanks, folks. Shot Yoshi there. It's a little bit of RNG manipulation for later on. It's not real. It's just so we get to hear Yoshi go, Yoshi.
Yeah, it's just a really cool like Easter egg that's in this game. So
Yep.
it's cool to see at least once.
It's on the GameCube. Gotta have some Nintendo stuff in there. So there's a GameCube in that room too, if you didn't see it.
So we're now heading up to our next. Wow!
These elevators.
The
What
elevator
is this?
RNG is on my side today.
It's the GDQ luck, you know, in a good way.
It knows. So we're gonna meet up with Meryl. Here she comes. We're gonna follow her into the women's toilets, which is a little creepy of Snake, but we'll let him off. He's on a secret mission.
Yeah, we can excuse that.
All bets are off, apparently. Gotta
That's
save
right.
the world.
It's all right. It's not like Meryl's gonna receive any sort of abuse in the next 5 minutes.
Yeah, if you guys are Meryl fans, I am very sorry for the next few sections of this game, guys.
So first of all, we want to get into Psycho Mantis's room as quickly as possible. Meryl's in the way, so unfortunately, she's just going to get yeeted. And
So begins an epic tale of very unfortunate being of Meryl.
yes, so unfortunately, Psycho Mantis, our next boss, is now going to take over her mind, and the easiest way to deal with that is to knock her out. Don't worry.
So unfortunate.
Now, we are going to fight Psycho Mantis. I have to change controllers, and we need to confuse him. So, as soon as the fight starts, audience, can you swap chairs with the person next to you to confuse Psycho Mantis so he doesn't know where we're going? So go now!
Oh my god. All right, so let's take a Mantis. Let's go. Let's go, audience changing chairs. Let's go.
Oh,
Oh,
So
I
Mantis,
don't think you guys were quick enough. Where is he?
so Mantis
Mantis.
has some very strange attacks. So he has psychokinesis, and he'll move objects in the room around. He's got pyrokinesis, so he'll throw a fireball at you. We have some cool tricks of our own. Aside from confusing him his mind control with the audience back here, for some reason, the damage hitbox that's equivalent to the one in his head is also in his right leg. Do we know why? No. Is
no
it
one
hilarious?
really knows.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we have no idea why, but if you shoot him the right leg, it does as much damage as a headshot, and his leg is massive.
It's extremely convenient on higher difficulties because if you hold first-person view long enough, your view will change to Psycho Mantis's perspective. So you got to be quick, and I guess that was one way you could deal with that was by learning that it was in his leg.
Yep.
On normal, we don't really have to deal with that. Nick has quite a few seconds before that will be a thing. So we're just going to very quickly shoot him in the head. And just like that, Meryl is no longer a problem for us as an enemy.
And something we didn't talk about was Nick actually punched Mantis early on in the fight and only did headshots. That actually skipped a phase of this fight. And is able
got him before he-
Oh,
That was such a good shot.
I love getting that last
That
shot in.
was very quick, very clean. Well done.
Right. I've swapped my controller back. You can all swap seats again now. Thank you for your cooperation.
Let's go, audience.
Let's go!
Shout out to the audience right now. All right, now we have one of the hardest, most difficult enemies in the game to face, the dogs.
The dogs.
Now,
Yes. Not the dogs.
Yeah, not the dogs. I mean,
I'd like to point out that this is a tranquilizer gun that I am shooting these dogs with.
yeah, they're not getting damaged. Don't worry.
Oh,
okay,
oh,
but,
no,
okay,
no.
but they're gonna hurt us though. Okay.
Snake.
There we go.
Oh.
We'll leave the pupper alone.
And,
Unfortunately, our onslaught against Meryl has not ended yet, but it will very shortly. We want to skip a small cutscene with her, so we're just going to, roll into her as well.
All right.
Sorry to all the Meryl fans again.
And
this whole
thankfully,
run.
we can skip this cutscene, unlike MGS1.
Yeah, so...
but the difference is we have to go around the path instead of in MGS1 where you just walk straight.
Yeah, so like people don't know what just happened. Meryl basically walked this whole entire path like, look at this path I made, really cool. Like I can look past the mine and stuff like that. And then Snake just runs around the sides like.
We're just like,
okay.
It's not as good as Metal Gear Solid 1 for the PlayStation.
Yep.
You just run straight forwards through the minefield. And
are you impressed? Sure.
So, Meryl has now been shot by Sniper Wolf, so we need to go all the way back to the armory of the tank hangar where we fought Ocelot to get the PSG-1.
I disagree with
Oh,
this.
you disagree?
I disagree with this.
You disagree with
You know, I
this.
hear there's something else down there in the new offices they installed in this thing 20 years ago. You think you could go to the southwest corner of those offices for me?
Southwest. Okay, I'll
You'll humor me here.
I'll humor you.
I
I'll
appreciate
humor you
that.
for a minute.
Southwest.
Southwest corner office. Back through Psycho Mantis's room.
Mm-hmm.
In this building?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So back in the office.
This was just a rumor, and you know how I feel about rumor mills. Is take them with a very
that's a
good.
Nintendo Power.
Oh, whoa!
Oh, PSG-1T.
I like that.
Oh,
Wait,
that could be
what do you
useful.
think the T stands for?
I don't know.
I know what a PSG-1 is, but what is a PSG-1T?
I have no idea.
I guess we'll figure it out here.
Yeah, well, I'll head back.
All right. It said PSG-1. That should be good enough for the game, right?
Sounds good enough to me.
Yeah, all right. We'll figure it out.
Now that's the one big good thing we like about remakes and video games is just quality of life changes.
Yeah.
Big quality of life changes.
Let's see if it works, though.
Yeah, you know.
We still don't know what it is.
True.
Gotta get past the dogs one more time.
Okay, this is the hardest part. We need to get past this section again.
And I'm a little low on ammo, so I'm actually going to start shooting them with. Sorry, dogs.
No.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Hashtag save the animals.
It is my official duty as the host to say that this run is now invalid.
All right, so the Sniper Wolf 1, we're going to use the PSG-1T, which is a tranquilizer.
Oh, that's what the T is. Okay, perfect. I had no clue.
Oh, just double back.
Okay, so we don't want Sniper Wolf to ever go behind that middle section because she can stay there for a really long time.
Yeah,
Luckily, she didn't do it for Nick here.
That's her one hiding spot in this.
Yep. We want as many
One
hits as
shot
possible.
left. All right, so we can get a little bit more, and that's okay.
She is not being very nice to me. There we go.
There we
That'll
go.
do.
All right, there you go. There's Wolf 1.
All right, at this point, ateatree, could I get the results of the Otacon/Meryl ending choice, please?
You certainly can. From all of our generous donations, we raised several $1,000s, but it looks like we will be finishing with the Otacon ending tonight.
All right, so saving Otacon, I want everyone in the audience to do me a big favor. As soon as I skip this torture, I'm going to hit select and square at the same time. I want everyone to shout, "Sorry, Joe."
We owe him an apology.
3, 2, 1.
Sorry, Joe.
Thank you very much. That's a shout out to our good friend Joe. He ran Ground Zeroes at AGDQ in January. He's known throughout the community as someone who always saves Meryl. Saving Meryl adds about 2 or 3 minutes to the run. You go through the whole torture section, same as in MGS1. But he's very much known for always saving Meryl. So we always apologize to him whenever we get Meryl killed.
Hopefully he
You know,
forgives
while
us.
we're talking about incentives, can I give Chad a quick update on some other incentives?
You absolutely can.
Fantastic. If you could see at the bottom of your screen, we are looking to get some more donations for an incentive for those who are not looking to sleep just yet, unlike Sniper Wolf. We have the Silent Hill Home Pour surprise ending for Downpour. We've passed the 15% mark, but whatever you can give, we would love to see it be put to that incentive. Keep it up, chat. Thank you so much.
Hey,
We're gonna hear this a lot, by the way, guys.
up in there, will ya?
Shut up in there, will you?
He's so polite about it.
Shut up in there, will you?
Shut up in
Shut up in there, will you? Come on, audience, join in. Hey,
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 hey.
shut up in there, will
Shut up in there, will you?
Shut up in there, will ya?
Shut up in there, will you?
Shut up in there, will ya?
Shut up in there, will you? Hey,
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 hey.
shut up in there, will ya?
Shut up in there, will you?
Shut up in there, will ya?
Shut up in there, will you?
Hey,
You know, I know this isn't about me, but I feel like I'm starting to get my feelings hurt all the same.
this is the best audience. I love
I
you guys.
love it.
Give yourselves a round of applause. So the reason we constantly knock on the wall there is because at any point during this patrol, Johnny can stop and sneeze. And if he stops to sneeze, it just wastes a little bit of time. Here comes Otcon. He's got a bit of a limp. He's also got a rare disease of invisibility.
where?
I mean, Johnny's coming back in a second, folks.
Copy this part right here.
All right. So,
Oh, I can't copy this part. Did anyone bring ketchup? No? Well, all right.
so we're going to trick. We've used some ketchup that Otacon gave us to trick Johnny into thinking we've had a terrible accident. I'm now going to do another very risky strat. I'll let the gents explain.
All right, so this is actually one of the most difficult strats in the whole entire run. It is very precise. Nick's gonna go over to a specific spot, bump into Johnny. He's gonna melee at that, bump into him again, roll into his. Oh no! And he barely missed. So what Nick wanted to do was grab his equipment, but he's barely off. It is such a precise
So
trick.
close.
The idea there, for whatever reason, when you grab your equipment there, those two cutscenes will overlap. So you could just leave, and it will also, and this is the unfortunate part of missing that, it would skip a codec that would happen when we get back to where we fought Sniper Wolf, so we will have to answer that and skip that. But on the bright side, more time for lovely donations at that point.
Probably more time for donations now, or we're doing a bit of backtracking.
Yeah, we're only going all the way back
Yeah,
now.
over to you.
My pleasure. We're seeing lots of donations from the Metal Gear Solid community, including Jad, who donates $25 to MSF, saying, great run, great game, and great guy. Proud to see you at SGDQ doing what you love. Keep it up. And Rorschach sending in $50. He might be green, but he's no rookie. Good luck to Nick on running this, the OG MGS remake. I hope the audience will join me in telling him, you're pretty good. And Snake and Bake with $15 saying, waking up at 5 to see this amazing Metal Gear run. Sleepy greetings from the UK. Thank you to everyone watching from around the world. Please keep getting those donations in for Silent Hill Home Pour. You don't want to miss it.
Yeah, absolute huge shout out to all of my friends and folks from back in the UK and Europe who are all watching along at it's very, very early time in the morning for them. Bump.
And then the same thing we did the first time here applies. You still don't want to get shot here to trigger that codec, which we are good.
Run. Thank you.
Very, very good.
He's scared of our speed.
Yeah.
We're too fast.
I love how that guard doesn't never shoot too. Like he's like, oh no, it's not working. I can run away now.
I did find the other day if you get too close to him, he just kicks you in the face instead. That's not so fast, so don't do that.
And the guards in this game, they kick like frame one. It's ridiculously
It's
fast.
insane.
It's in the MGS2. They're very, very like reactive. So for all you animal lovers, luckily Nick is equipping the handkerchief, so you guys don't have to worry about any more dogs being harmed here.
See, the dogs love us now, look. Good doggy.
No, we're good now. We're chill.
Unfortunately, you cannot pet the doggo in Twin Snakes.
Yeah, unfortunate.
You gotta wait all the way until Phantom Pain before you can pet a dog in a Metal Gear game.
We love DD in MGS5, but unfortunately not the speedrun.
All right, so this is gonna be the codec that Nick's gonna get. This would be the codec that Nick would have skipped if he got the skip, and it's pretty lengthy, but
Yeah, if it hit the equipment box, it'd be about 40 to 50 second time save. It is a very risky one, but you know it happens.
yeah, like luckily it's not. It's just time loss. It's not like you're like losing or in like a worse position, you know.
Yep, it's just one of those things where you messed up this one trick. Oh well.
All right, now we have the hardest trick of the run, guys.
The hardest trick of the run.
Hard. Nick is prepping right now, guys. Everyone get ready. It's called 2 words. Disc swap.
Disc
Oh
swap.
man.
And by the way, the time does keep ticking during the screen, so he has to do it pretty fast.
Which is unfortunate because we're playing on a Wii.
Oh yeah,
It's easier to do it on the GameCube.
That is true. It does take a little longer probably on the Wii. All right.
Did we get it?
Yes.
Let's go. Woo.
Successfully executed tactical disc swapping action.
Perfect.
All right, it's time for the Tower A climb, and some of you may be aware of a skip that is available in Metal Gear Solid 1 called the Boba skip that was found, I think it was last year. There is a very, very useful video on YouTube that explains all about the history of the Boba skip, how it was found, and how it works. It's by me. But unfortunately, that skip is not doable in the Twin Snakes. When it was first found, Twin Snakes runners immediately ran to this door to see if we could skip through it. Sadly, it's not possible. So no Boba skip in Twin Snakes, I'm afraid, for anyone who is a fan of that skip. Instead, we have this rather nasty tower climb with lots of guards who want to shoot us. Luckily, the game is nice enough to make it so that they get tranked with one hit. But now as we climb up the rest, it's pretty much me trying to throw stun grenades and avoiding getting shot. Being shot is RNG here. There's not a lot you can do to avoid it. But hopefully, if RNG is on my side, I can throw some of these around the corner. Oh, no, I didn't get that guard. I've got one more stun grenade to throw on floor 23. 22. 23. Oh, and I got shot.
Sometimes the hardest thing in this game is corners.
Yeah, very.
Especially at this very unusual angle compared to the rest of the game.
Yeah, this is the only real section in the game where you have this specific angle, so it's kind of a little tricky.
Yeah, but
It's a very messy section. That bit it's not unusual to get a tower climb that looks like that.
so something I keep forgetting that exists is now a rappel, but in Twin Snakes it actually does have its own little skip here. So we only really need to go down about 2/3 of the way, and then just for whatever reason gravity decides to take over, and we just drop into the codec or into the cutscene trigger, and it's over. It's very strange how that works, but you know, it's pretty easy.
Yeah, next gonna be using this really specific set of movements here just to get to that specific spot where the game will kind of shoot you down. You guys will see it.
We also get introduced to vent RNG.
Oh yeah,
We love Steam.
we love RNG. No, we don't.
Well, I don't know, it's been pretty nice to us so far. I'm like,
Oh yeah,
hey,
it's good. It's been good for Nick. Yeah, for sure. All these elevators.
down twice, press B, and we're gonna run down the scaffolding. Then we get the codec call. For some reason, it feels a lot delayed, but you know, that is what it is. Get hit with the steam, and Liquid's aim is questionable, and there it goes.
There we go. There is the little pop. Nice skip.
Off it goes.
Now for a blind headshot in a snowstorm.
Yeah, it's snowing really hard.
Got it.
Got him.
Nice.
And that's our last stun that we're gonna throw here too. Very good.
Yeah, so these guards are very annoying because they shoot you, you just get knocked back, and then they just kind of just waste your time.
Yeah, and it doesn't help that this game is just naturally dark.
Oh yeah, all the fog and everything just makes it so hard to see.
Like it looks pretty bright now, but for whatever reason, sometimes on certain monitors, it's just almost pitch black. It's crazy. But got some lovely tech set up here, so we can see just fine.
Shout outs to tech.
Yeah, shout outs to tech.
Shout outs to the tech crew. Great job. This may be the nicest looking Twin Snakes I've played in a very long time.
Yeah, it's usually very, very dark on console, so it looks really nice up here.
There is one more use of the Prozac skip that soft locks the game, unfortunately. We can use it on this elevator here. We could do the exact same thing and get through that elevator, which is, that was a trick that I discovered after we found the Prozac skip. Unfortunately, it triggers the animation for Snake questioning why the weight limit noise goes off, which you'll see later when we actually go in it properly. But it then forces Snake to just run into the door, indefinitely soft-locking the game. So it's very sad because we have a very big bounty in the community on trying to find a skip for this boss fight that's coming up, the Hind D. And I was so close, so very, very close to finding it. But alas, it does not.
Yeah, the game says you must fight the Hind D. This is probably the most hated boss, I would say, for most runners.
I can't stand this boss on this or on MGS1.
Yeah, this is a definition of he likes to mess around with you a lot, waste your time, and we don't like that.
He's a bit of a troll.
Yeah, he's okay. My favorite part is when he says, "Where'd you go?" When like Snake's been standing in the same position the whole time.
And he's the one that's down
Yeah,
below you. It's like, you could be up here, you could see me just fine. Oh well.
Yeah, so not a boss that you're gonna die to, but like you can lose multiple like tens of seconds just from bad RNG from this boss.
All right. So phase one is pretty simple. He's going to fly back and forth, and just kind of strafe shoot you. And we're just going to try and shoot him about as quickly as these lock-on squares appear. And it just like MGS2, the missiles curve quite easily in this game. It's not perfect, but it's pretty useful, so you can do some crazy hook shots to shoot him if you're stuck in the middle or he goes behind a wall or something. So you can abuse the mechanics that are available to you.
Yeah, so far, Nick has hit some really, really nice shots.
So far, it's been pretty good. And we're not having any issues locking onto him, which is nice. And there's one of those hook shots as he's flying by.
Alright, so now we're on to phase two.
Yep, so Liquid's going to destroy a scaffolding here, and we can get a shot off while that missile is incoming. Shoot off another one. All right.
And now we're at the worst part that everyone talks about. So far it looked kind of normal, but right now Nick's trying to get as many shots on the Hind as possible before he dips down.
So Liquid's going to dip down constantly, and at least on Extreme, he doesn't stay down very long. On lower difficulties like normal and very easy, he can stay down there for what feels like an eternity. But one of the nice things is, since the hitbox and the iframes of Liquid are so very nice to deal with, there's a chance that Nick can lock onto him in time to get a double shot off like that.
Like that, yeah.
And down he'll go again, but you can, instead of maybe getting 5 or 6 dips, you can get 3. There he is.
It's just how you execute and everything, and the way you do
This fight is a little tricky without radar to get the double hits, but we don't want radar because there's an extra cutscene in the beginning of the game. Oh no!
Just couldn't quite swing it around.
And that'll happen sometimes. You gotta be quick on these shots, and you gotta be close.
Yeah, because he just wants to get down there as soon as possible.
Yep.
Should be one more shot to end the fight. Hopefully we get it before he dips down.
Oh no, the railing got in the way.
Yeah,
That's okay.
This is why runners hate this fight.
Yep, because he's just staying. Oh,
that should be it.
Surprise.
And that is going to be the fight. But
Yep. Pretty easy. So we're gonna fire off a few rounds so we can have at least the minimum of 10 that the game will drop for us when we run out of ammo in this fight. So. All right. And we don't like eating missiles for breakfast, so we're gonna hide over here.
Yeah, it's standing over there.
I guess it's a midnight snack right now, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty late right now for everyone. All right, but let's go. That is the Hind. That is the worst fight in the game. Done with.
Smooth sailing from here, thankfully.
Exactly, yeah. This would be perfect time for donations. Nick's just gonna go down to the elevator on the
Pretty much. I'm going to time cooking and throwing some grenades to shoot to destroy the cameras on the way down. Hopefully, I get all 4 of them. But yeah, whilst I do it, let's have some more donations.
Tremendous. Was just about to ask. First, an update on that Downpour surprise ending incentive. We are making good progress. I see you out there, Chad, and you in the audience. Thank you so much. Keep it coming. You do not have as long as you think you do. That donation, that incentive closes partway into that homecoming run. So get those donations in if you want to see Homepour reach its final form. Like to thank people who have donated, like Go123 Attack, who sends in $50 saying, "Grade A run from Nick and team. Hey, shut up in there, will ya?" And Soultastic with $25 saying, "I am donating in the name of my friend who always salutes the end of MGS3. As for route choice, gotta save the frames, escape with Otacon." Salvo donates $12 saying, "Greetings from Australia. I've been waiting for Twin Snakes all week as Metal Gear speedruns are some of my favorites. Big shout out to the MGS speedrun community for being amazing and so welcoming. Love to you all." KFizzle4 with $50 saying, "GDQ. Kept you waiting, huh?" And Polyrhythmic Drop sending in $100 saying, "Here's to my favorite time of year with the best community in gaming. Snake says trans rights."
Woo!
Oh.
All right. At least we have one C4 left here, but Nick, what are we using it for? There's nobody here.
I don't know why the weight limit went off.
Well, Snake doesn't weigh 600 pounds, right? I mean, maybe with all that equipment, he still can't weigh that much, could he?
Trigger warning, if anyone remembers playing this as a kid, there's a very horrible Otacon face. How are we going to take these guys out?
That's what, okay.
I think we'll just...
There we go.
That'll
okay.
do.
That, perfect. Nice, quick, easy work.
It's a pretty simple trick. That
Four
trick,
horsemen, I'm not scared of them, are you?
That trick is doable on every single difficulty except extreme. If you do that on extreme, you will also kill Snake.
And something cool is it only works on Twin Snakes. If you try to do it in MGS1, it does not work.
Nope, the blast radius of the C4 is much bigger in this game than it is in the original MGS1. So we can take full advantage of that.
So I talked about the most hated boss in the run. Now this is probably the second most hated boss fight in the whole entire run. Wolf 2.
Yeah, Wolf 2 is also just as hated in the original. She was going to run back and forth between various trees and behind a hill. And the only way you can really keep track of her, is even if you lose her, is the Stinger. I hope everyone is okay with us bringing a Stinger to a sniper fight. We're not going to use it, but we can do it.
So she's already behind a tree.
Yeah, we definitely don't want her to hug those trees. That's the biggest thing about this fight. We don't want her to ever be behind a tree for longer than a few seconds.
There we go.
Oh, that was a nice shot.
Nick's positioning in this fight, he's standing on where the PSG-1T ammo is going to spawn.
And she's double back behind the...
At least she did it while you could see her.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a really good fight. My goodness. Like, we were talking about how much people hate that fight because she can do all the stuff, and then
she was just so nice.
She was like, "Nick, I feel bad. I'm gonna give you this really good luck and beautifully done." Because sometimes even if you're executing really well in that fight, she will not give you those cycles.
Yeah, when you're pushing for PB or even world record pace on this, you're not allowed to get it until you've beaten both the Hindy and Wolf 2, because there's no way you can guarantee what those fights are going to be like. It takes a lot of dedication to grind this game.
Snake is very tanky, able to take those shots.
Oh, the return of
steam.
Ventar NG. It has not been on my side.
The Steam came back with a vengeance. Oh well.
So, if you enjoyed that first elevator fight, we're going to have another one. Unfortunately, I'm out of C4, so I'm going to have to improvise and do something else.
Well, I think.
I might actually have to use some skill for this one.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
Okay.
These 4 guards can be kind of troublesome.
There we go.
The,
And
the 3 of them can be a pain, but took care of them pretty simply.
yeah, just 3 headshots can be a little tricky because they're kind of moving in the beginning, and there's a guard right behind you. But thankfully, Nick.
Yeah, you don't start in a very convenient place in that fight.
Yeah.
Ah, well. At least this is normal, not extreme. That could have gone.
So that's the point. We haven't actually talked about why I'm playing normal and not any other difficulty. The skip right at the start of the game with the elevator, normal is the highest difficulty that you can do that skip because there is no M9 and there are no grenades in the docks on hard and extreme. So just as a result of this one skip, normal has kind of become the most interesting difficulty. Wait, come here, Crow. Crow?
They saw what you did to the dogs, Nick. They don't want to fall victim to it too.
I'm trying to show the Legend of Zelda Easter egg. Come. No! Little nod to Legend of Zelda. If you successfully punch or kick a raven, these are actually ravens, not crows, the rest of the ravens will come and attack you just like the chickens would do in Ocarina of Time. Yep. Sadly, I'm not very good at... I can shoot wolves, but I can't kick ravens, apparently.
Oh yeah, very hard fight, by the way, incoming guys.
Speaking of raven.
Ridiculously hard boss fight.
All right, ready?
All right, shoot him. All right, keep shooting him.
This fight is a joke.
It's kind of the same on both versions of the game, actually. So.
Yeah, it's really funny.
And that was Raven.
There you go, that's the boss fight. There you go, that's it.
Vulcan Raven between MGS1 on console and on PC and on Twin Snakes is the universal joke fight.
He is literally the same exact fight. On MGS1, you run up to him on console and just use grenades.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same on console. At least on PC, we have a nice invincibility glitch, which you can learn about if you feel like watching a run. But yeah, Raven is pretty easy, and his dog tag dropped back there, but we don't need that.
And thankfully, you're able to have so many rations on normal that like
Yeah, you can have 5, and they're everywhere.
As you can probably tell, Snake is starting to get a little tired, so he's just blasting through.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's like no more sneaking around. We're just going to deal with it. So welcome to Rex's lair. There is Metal Gear.
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear.
Before we go any further, I'm going to call Otacon 3 times. During this room, Otacon will call you, and every time it stops gameplay, you have to open and close the codec. And it was discovered that we can just call him ourselves rather than waiting for him to call us. It kind of doesn't really work with the way the story is. Otacon's supposed to be going away and trying to do some hacking. So we keep interrupting him, but it does save time opening and closing the codec. So it's a nice little time save there. I'm going to take that guard out now so that he doesn't get in the way later. And there'll be one other guard that I need to take out here as well. Again, just blast him.
He's not in the greatest spot. We would prefer him much more out of the way for animation reasons. But
we don't want the guards in our way at all. They will cause you so much trouble.
For whatever reason, Snake overbodies, whether they're sleeping or dead. He just decides to stop sprinting and just kind of...
He's honoring the dead.
Crawl over them. And that's fine. I have no problems with that. It's just...
You gotta slow walk.
It's slow. We don't like that here.
All right. Fingers crossed for the rope grab.
All right. This is it?
Yes!
Oh, let's go.
There are a couple of frames while Snake is doing that animation where if you hit the... Where did my grenade go?
I think it fell in the water.
I threw a grenade
in the
and it just
water.
didn't do anything.
Yeah.
There we go. We've got the PAL key. The PAL key was eaten by a rat. What I was saying with the rope, there's a couple of frames where if you hit the grab button on those frames, Snake won't grab the rope. It's not a running mistake. It is a problem with the game. It's so tight that it's pretty much RNG whether you grab that rope or not. So, phew.
Yeah, it's a very stressful situation when you're on like PB pace and you're like, I cannot mess up this rope grab. I can't mess this up.
I've definitely lost PBs to grabbing that rope before.
But hey, at least the Palkey isn't RNG in this game. That rat is in the same spot every single time.
MGS1, the rat is complete RNG.
I did hit that guy.
Yeah, you did.
I thought I did.
It spawned a few spots, and thankfully Twin Snakes doesn't have that. So
Yeah, he'll spawn in 3 spots, and one of them can cost you upwards of closer to a minute. So thankfully, in Twin Snakes, as a quality of life thing that we were talking about earlier, he's just he's right there. No problem.
Twin Snakes has so many good quality life changes.
And speaking of Twin Snakes quality of life changes, we are now in the Palkey section. If you've played Metal Gear Solid 1 on the PlayStation, you'll know that Snake has to go all the way back to the warehouse, wait 60 seconds to freeze the key, then come back, and then go all the way back to the blast furnace, wait 60 seconds to heat the key, and then come all the way back. In Twin Snakes, they added these 2 handy little pipes here. If I shoot this cold one, the Palkey is now immediately frozen, and we can go straight back to the computer room. And the left one, as you could probably guess, is a heated, steamed pipe which will turn it hot. So really, they really did improve the pacing of Twin Snakes. You know, a lot of the gameplay is better. Some of the gameplay isn't as good. That, the Ocelot fight is a big letdown.
Yeah.
But the big thing that people don't like about Twin Snakes is definitely the cutscenes. They are very over the top, very bombastic, Hollywood-esque action hero. You should definitely go out of your way to watch them because they are hilarious.
They are the funniest.
They're so over the top that I just absolutely love them.
Shout out to Twin Snakes' cutscenes.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. Some people don't like it because of those though. And you know what? That's a subjective opinion. But you know what? I, for one, don't. I think they're great.
I love them. I think they're great. They're so funny.
It's good times to be had.
Yeah, like being able to go back to these vents and save all that time, as well as not backtracking for the PSG1. It's what makes Twin Snakes. It's the real appeal of Twin Snakes over MGS1. It's just not as much backtracking. Yep. And it's really cool.
All right, so as I head up for the final section, there are a couple of codecs, so this is another good time for a few donations.
Tremendous. We've got donations here from people who also love Metal Gear Solid's cutscenes, like Raggedy Guy, who sends in $50 and says, as Snake tells Mantis, a strong person doesn't need to read the future. They make their own. And we're making our own by helping MSF, chat. Absolutely right. And if you want to see more ridiculous cutscenes and amazing things coming up very soon, keep getting in those donations for the Silent Hill Homepour surprise ending for Downpour. Phoenix Captain also helps with $10 and says, I hear it's amazing when the famous NickRPGreen in GQ space with the stealth strat does a raw blink on the Twin Snakes. I need speedruns 61.
That was
Thank you
good.
very
I've never
much.
heard that one.
That was pretty good.
And Nexum V2 with $50. Colonel, I've infiltrated GDQ through a donation to Doctors Without Borders. Metal Gear is my favorite series of all time, so easy time for me to donate. Also, we stay canon. We always save Otacon. Thank you so much for that.
Sadly, saving Otacon is not canon. Saving Meryl would actually be canon.
Yeah, well, people have their own headcanons. That's how it works, right?
It's true.
Yeah, the game just ends after MGS1. There's no series after that.
Everything else is just fan fiction and just so happens to also be written and directed by Hideo Kojima, but
My favorite fanfic writer, Hideo Kojima.
All right, so we are now approaching our penultimate boss, the title character himself. We're going to fight Metal Gear.
Metal Gear.
Right.
Again?
Colonel, what are you talking about?
He's a big threat. He's got perfect aim.
Yeah, and also Nick's gonna go to this God spot to not get hit by anything Metal Gear Rex does. So, this really scary boss that has haunted us for a while. Just stand right here.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, his aim is pretty good. He actually managed to hit us
Oh yeah, he did hit him.
with the machine gun. I don't know why he's using missiles. Very clearly, you're just not working as intended. And that's phase 1, so we get to sit here through a very famous cutscene.
Where Nick's gonna say a few words. Oh, and And Gray Fox as well.
I can finally die. After Zanzibar land, I was taken from the battle. Neither truly alive, nor truly dead. An undying shadow in a world of light. But soon it will finally end.
No, we've heard that so many times.
So many times.
So many times.
You can recite it, you know, like going to sleep in your.
It's not
in your
skippable
mind.
at any capacity on this or MGS one.
Yeah. So fun fact about the second phase:
okay.
as long as Nick does not shoot the laser under Rex, Rex can hit him.
Yeah. Remember what I said about the missiles just not being great?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're still not very great.
little
And now
scary,
he can
though.
see. He's not using the cheating rain dome, which is basically AR, and he's gone.
And that's Rex.
That's Rex. Yeah. All right. And here we go. We have one of the coolest boss fights in the run for sure.
More fisticuffs though,
Yep.
but that's okay. This fisticuffs has a very cool possible trick.
Yep. So
Let's see
Nick's-
if he hits it.
Yeah, so Nick's gonna go for this beginning strat on Liquid in the corner. Got a lottery roll. If you punch roll into Liquid at a very specific angle, you can do a lot of damage. Oh, no, no. You can go for that first. We'll chunk some damage.
And that's just a taste. Let's see if we can get it here.
So it's a little bit of damage.
Come on,
there.
Liquid. Come on, Liquid.
Okay, we want Liquid to-
Come on,
Yeah,
go back.
in the
Go
corner.
back.
There we
Get in the
There we
corner.
go.
There we go.
Oh.
No, go back in the corner. Where are you going?
Back in the corner.
Thank
Yes.
you.
In your corner,
Go back.
boy.
There we
Oh,
go. Oh, okay. Well,
Angles
And
a little
we're into
off.
phase 2.
yep, we're into phase 2. So Liquid's going to very noodle armly throw punches at us. So we can kind of take that as punch, run around, and just basically infinite him.
Yeah.
Similar to the way you can in MGS1, it just feels a little longer. But this is hilarious.
He doesn't learn,
doesn't-
by the way. He doesn't learn.
We're just slapping him silly.
You think after the 10th time he would figure it out?
No.
No.
You gotta remember, this is Metal Gear. The guards are, they're just dumb. So I don't expect their leader Liquid to be
All right, so
any
one-
smarter at this point.
One more should end it, and there we
Perfect.
go.
Pretty good.
That's Liquid. And now, unfortunately, no Meryl.
Again, Joe, we're sorry.
Sorry, Joe.
All sorry, Joes.
But as a reward, Archon's going to give us his best Scooby-Doo impression.
I'll take the wheel.
Otacon, I think you need to work on that.
It's the most genuine uh-oh I've never heard.
Welcome, and also introduce the dumbest guards in the game. Don't think that going around a corner might help.
Because they think you're a sitting duck. Although how they know you're there is beyond me.
Snake just has that
Otacon,
aura.
get the engine started.
Snake
We're
has
out of
that
here.
aura. Just like stop them from entering doors.
Yeah, right.
And Otacon giving us tutorials all the way to end the game as well.
Yep, even at the end, we're getting a small tutorial. So, this is my personal gripe with this bit of the game. For whatever reason, out of this particular machine gun, the bullets travel, you would think almost instant, but they're actually pretty slow. So if you're in motion, they fire so far behind of where you're aiming, it's actually kind of silly looking. But that's just another one of the charms about this game that I kind of like too.
Yeah, you gotta like lead your shots a little bit.
It's one of those things you just laugh at and have a good time with it.
Just slow bullets, you know, just
It's bullet time, man. It was 2004. It was a different time.
Alright, so those are the 2 checkpoints, and now if you guys miss Liquid, he's back.
What do you mean
Not yet, Snake. It's not over yet.
It is not over. He is, you know, we punched him silly. He's really mad about that.
Yep.
Revenge.
So Liquid in this bit does actually have an invisible health bar. So you do need to shoot him a specific number of times, and then it'll change phases and change the scenery around us. So now he's going to be behind us for a little bit, and we are going to try and hit him before he hits us with the Jeep so that we can just have a quicker phase here. Maybe shoot out the headlights, because one of the additions to the game was that they now blind you. third phase is the same as the first. Let's see if we can get him here. And this is where you'll notice the bullet time is really slow. I don't think most would think aiming so far ahead of Liquid here would hit him, but it does. And this is the final phase.
One more hit.
So yeah,
It's not quite time, but that is Liquid. And there's a couple of codecs and cutscenes to skip through. Time will be when some white text giving some facts about nuclear warheads and things comes up on the screen, which will be in about 10 seconds. So skip through these final cutscenes. And time.
well done.
Oh,
Sub 59. Well done.
that's good. That's a good time. I'm happy with that. So, gentlemen, where can our lovely audience and everyone at home find you?
You can find me at twitch.tv/metalglennsolid, where I will be running many games from this series. I also run a couple of Metroid games from time to time. You can also check out all our various games and tutorials that we have available on metalgearspeedrunners.com. We have an entire wiki. If you have any questions, of course, we have a Discord, which is also linked on that same website.
You guys can follow me at twitch.tv/vermillionruns. I speedrun a lot of different games, mainly MGS3. Speedrun this game as well sometimes here and there. One big shout I'd like to give is to Chewable Prozac, who founded the Prozac skip. Very, very important, and this is a really big moment for this game.
I've been NickRPGreen. You can find me at twitch.tv/NickRPGreen. And before I go, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to GDQ for the timing of this, letting me come. I hosted the opening. I'm on the blindfolded speedrunning panel on Thursday, and it's been so fortunate for me to run this. The timing couldn't be more perfect because I'm actually going to be taking a hiatus on both speedrunning and streaming this October. Because my wife, Heidi Hi, who is in the audience, is currently pregnant with our first child. I'm going to be a dad.
Congratulations.
That's
So if you've enjoyed this, come check me out before I go on hiatus. I'll be doing more Twin Snakes running. I'm going to do a run with the full story and cutscenes because it's hilarious. But thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for donating. Keep watching SGDQ and let's keep those donations coming in. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, audience. You've been great.
Thank you, NickRPGreen and team. And how was that for a surprise ending to the run? Congratulations. Thank you also to everyone watching out there in the audience and all of you at home around the world. Everyone helping us get to all of our goals, make this event everything that it possibly can be. Like MD LatQP, who donates $50 and says, hey, 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 leave no incentives behind. Thank you, MD LatQP. We will do everything we can to make sure that everyone watching sees that downpour surprise ending for the upcoming Silent Hill Home Tour run. That's been my time on the mic for this evening, but I want you to do me one more favor. Get a $5 train going as soon as you hear the next host. Thanks so much.
You are watching Summer Games Done Quick 2023, powered by Twitch. My name is Bobby Blackwolf. How you doing out there? That's amazing. It's time to get cozy, but you want to keep one eye open at least, maybe two eyes for the horror block, because up next is 2 runs in 1. Silent Hill Home Pour being run by Schmumbler. We do have an open incentive for this, but you've got a little bit of time, maybe about 45 minutes, to be surprised. Getting the surprise ending in Downpour. We've raised a little bit over $4,000 out of the $20,000 needed for that. And you know who's excited for this? We have a $10 donation from Les Dedicate that says, a double Silent Hill run? Get on the bus. But before we get to that, let's listen to a message from our wonderful charity, Doctors Without Borders.
Do you feel stigmatized? Does that mean that people try to stay away from you people because of amochine condition? Is that what happened really?
I experienced shisha on campus 3 different times. The principal even get problem with it. A lot of students will get problem with it when I go around campus. Someone provoking me. I told my mother that no need for me to do a thing yet.
You don't give up. For me, sometimes it used to happen to me and I sit and think, what can we do now? Can we just give up? Can we forget about the man here to die? No. You got to continue knocking the door. And that door will open one day.
I'm coming too. I'm coming. Yeah, I'm seeing. What's up? Hey, Amo. Welcome. Yeah, welcome. What are those improvements you have observed in your life since you started to know MSF?
Since I started treatment with MSN the way I used to fall off, I'm no more experiencing.
Okay.
To be who I no more experiencing. Because my mom and dad talk to me every time concerning my drugs, and then MSS started to me every time when I go for my drug, they put me on my path.
Okay.
Reminding me, Mama, don't forget about your drugs, don't forget about your drugs. And then myself, I know like healthy to me, so I don't forget about my drugs.
What do you do now? What kind of activities are you involved with now?
For now, I'm a classroom teacher.
Wow, great.
Yeah, I'm a classroom teacher. Through the help of MSF, I can stand before students or before people. I'm imparting knowledge now.
Wow, that's wonderful.
I teach English, I teach drawing, and then I teach reading along with physical education.
Oh, that's
I'm a school lover, so
yes,
yeah.
Yes.
That is a very inspiring story, and that is what we are here for. I'm gonna talk about work for a little bit. I know that we're here trying to get away from work, watch some speed runs, but did you know that you may be able to double your donation to Doctors Without Borders? See, many employers will match donations made to nonprofits, including the donations you make during SGDQ. So if you use GDQ's search tool and you find out if you can use our search tool, find out if your employer has a matching gift program and to submit a match request to your employer. Companies often match donations of a spouse as well, so don't forget to check in with your spouse's employer to match all your donations. We've got some great donations that came in from that amazing run that we just had. We have a $25 donation from Choo Choo Online saying, Snake, I see you like donating to GDQ and putting your incentive to the Silent Hill Home Pour surprise ending, no less. That's right, we have a surprise ending in Downpour that we're gonna be able to have to set up about 45 minutes in. We have raised a little bit over $4,500 out of the $20,000 needed to unlock that. So remember, when you donate on the page, after you put in the amount, you're gonna wanna select that incentive. We have a $100 donation from Iceborne Queen that just says heart or less than 3, whichever one. We have a $100 donation from Pirate Joe 525 that says, just providing a little support. Keep rocking. We have a $15 donation from River that says, as a healthcare worker, watching these speedruns has gotten me through some difficult times these last few years. I love seeing the skills on display and the fact that we're supporting Doctors Without Borders. Best of luck to all the runners. We have a $50 donation from Anonymous that says, I absolutely love GDQ. Watching all of the amazing speedruns blows my mind. Here is to another SGDQ. I hope you are all having fun. We are having fun, right? Are we allowed to say that? Okay, good. We have a $100 donation from It's Not Matt that says, longtime viewer, first time donator. Helping others in need with our excess money is a critical step toward achieving a better, healthier, and safer world. Please utilize this opportunity as motivation to join the cause. We are all very lucky and privileged. Let's share that with others. We have a $25 donation from Spider Dad saying, hey all, it's your friendly interweb Spider Dad. Been donating since I was just a Spider-Man. It's a tradition in my family now. Always a blast, happy to contribute. Do we have any pictures? We have a $50 donation from Josh that says, thanks to all the runners and crew that help make this event possible. MSF is such an important cause, and I'm glad that we can get together and do our part. This OC remix is such a banger. Zircon always does some great stuff. Go to ocremix.org for a lot of the songs that you hear during these break screens. It's my playlist in my car. We have a $25 donation from Max Fox that says, Games Done Quick is literally my favorite event. Keep up the great work. Much love to the runs and workers. We have a $50 donation from Kona Raiken that just says, this space left blank. Here we go, audience. We have a $50 donation from JB that just says, GDQ hype? I love that. We have a $1,000 donation from Anonymous that has no comment. Thank you so much for that, though. We have a $5 donation from Sinai that says, thank you for the great runs, guys. Greetings from Germany. And now, I am told it is time for Silent Hill Home Pour. Schmumbler, show us how it's done.